Well, welcome everybody to the Motivate Podcast Show. I'm your host, Rich Wall Street Williams, and on the Motivate Podcast Show, we always say less, but we definitely want to believe for more. Listen, man, I have been having such an amazing time this year. We've been having some really stimulating conversations. We are in 2023, and 2023 can be whatever you desire 2023 to be for you, right? But we understand this principle that there isn't really going to be a new year until I introduce to 2023 a new me. See, I've got to become a new person first if I'm going to have new experiences second. I got to focus on me. I got to look at me. I got to examine my thoughts. I got to examine my language. I have to examine my friends. I have to examine the people that I surround myself with. Pastor Mike, the senior pastor of Spirit of Faith Christian Center. Listen, if you're within a 300-mile radius of the DC metro area, you need to swing on through. We have a Temple Hills location, we have a Brandywine, Maryland location, and we have a Baltimore, Maryland location. Pastor Mike says that you should get away from people that have your problems and hang with people that have your answers. Hang with people that have your answers. Get away from people that have your problems. So that's part of the evaluation process. I'm looking at becoming a different person. I'm looking at having new experiences. Uh, I'm, this time of the year, at least um, for like gym, exercise facilities, etc. I've read some research some time ago that said that this time of the year, that like places like Planet Fitness, Gold's Gym, they make a large percentage of their yearly revenue. They make a large percentage of their yearly revenue. How do they do that? Why does that happen? Because people make these New Year resolutions. Yes, I did a quotation mark with my fingers. They make New Year resolutions. How about making New Year commitment? Stop making resolutions. Resolution simply means I am resolving to do something. Here's a stronger word. Here's a better word. I am committing to X this year. Fill in the blank, whatever X is for you. Here's the first thing to do when to making the commitment. The first thing you need to do is understand this, that you and I, friend, we have to eliminate the excuses. Excuses are monuments of nothingness. They only build bridges to nowhere. Excuses are monuments of nothingness. They only build bridges to nowhere. Man, you got to eliminate the excuses. When are you going to get up and start exercising? When are you going to start eating right? What you put in your body will determine what your body put out for you. What you put in your body, what you put in your body will determine what your body will put out for you. Right? I was having a conversation the other day with an individual, and I said, hey, listen, understand this, that you got to learn and understand what your body needs and make sure you give it to it. If your body needs rest, like, for example, I know that whenever I recognize that I am tired to the extent where I need to lay down, is my legs hurt. My legs, for some reason, when I'm tired, it rests, it settles in my legs. And when I start getting that feeling, I say, I know I need to check out. I need to go lay down for an hour or two. Sometimes I lay down for like 2 hours, man. It's so nice. My wife, she takes these cat naps. She takes like 15 to 20 minutes. She pops up. She ready to go. Man, listen. Don't snack me when it comes to sleeping. I want a meal. But I pay attention to my body. I know what my body needs. Right? And I study and examine it, and I can do better. In 2023, I will do better in terms of identifying, listening to the things that my body needs. But I'm making this point is that you got to eliminate the excuses. When are you going to do it? People talk about, I'm going to start a business. When are you going to do it? I'm going to get married. When are you going to do it? Well, Richard, it takes two people to get married. This is true, but only one person needs to make that commitment to get married. Make that decision to get married. Listen, once you decide that I am going to get married, you begin to act in a married way. You start thinking in a marriage time within a marriage mindset. Listen, friend, I'm telling you, marriage is inevitable. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. But you got to eliminate the excuses. There will not be a new year until you make a decision to become a new you. Old things have passed away. The Apostle Paul wrote in 1 Corinthians 5, if any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. Old things are passed away. Old things, the way I used to do it, I can no longer do it. The way I used to do it, I can no longer do it the way that I used to do it. Not if I want success at a different level. Not if I want to experience and see and have new relationships, man. My wife and I intentionally are building different types of relationships right now. We're doing it intentionally. We're being intentional about it, right? So there's not going to be a new year, friend, until there's a new you. Friend, you have to become better on the inside. When you become better on the inside, people are going to make a demand for you to become bigger on the outside. I was in a conversation the other day with a person, and they recommend, because I'm in the coaching, sales, business development business. They say, hey, Rich, you need to get this book on win selling. I don't know if you can see that because of the camera, the angle, and the lights. I got this book on win selling, turning customer needs into sales. It's forward by Larry Wilson, right? But I'm investing in myself. That's the point that I want to make. I'm investing in myself. Person mentioned it, thought it was a good book. Boom, I went out and got it. Ordered it on Amazon. I think it cost me like, I don't know, 12 or 13 bucks, I think, for the book. But I'm investing in myself because I got to become better. You know, if whatever career or profession you're in, think about this. When was the last time you read at least 5 books about the career that you're in now? If you haven't read at least 5 books about the career that you're in now, you're not serious about your career. You don't plan on growing and developing and becoming better. Why would your boss promote you if you're the same person last year? 10 o'clock at night, I'm coming out the gate swinging. Typically, I'm on Saturdays at 1 p.m., but I just wanted to be on here real quick tonight, have a quick conversation, and encourage you, friend, that if you want 2023 to be a different year for you, different experiences for you, friend, you have to become a better person. I heard Creflo Dollar, Pastor Creflo Dollar, tell a story years ago. He's talking about a guy that he said, you had a friend, their house burned down. They move in with you, your house burned down. They move in with the cousin, their house burned down. They move in with their mama, and her house burned down. It's he said it's safe to assume that there's something on that person that's keeping them from having the kind of success that they want. What I suggest to that person is you got to look at the inside. What's going on the inside of you? Prosperity is soul first, then it's physical second. Prosperity. It's soul first. It happens in here first. I have to be whole in my soul first. I have to make a decision that I'm going to do some development. I'm developing my mind. I'm developing my body. Developing my soul. I'm developing my spirit, my heart, my values, my intellect. I'm developing it. There isn't going to be a new year. Okay, no, let me not say that way. Let me say it this way. If you're expecting to have a new year, stop taking the old you into it. Because the minute I take the old me into a new year, I'm beginning to create a rerun of the previous year. The minute that I take me into the old me into the new year, I'm creating a pattern of a repeat from the previous year. That's what I'm doing, right? So you got to make this, you got to be intentional. You got to make some decisions about this. Listen, you don't succeed in life because of what you are, but rather what you're willing to become. You don't succeed in life because of what you are, but rather what you are willing to become. Friend, what are you willing to become in 2023? What books do you need to read? What type of relationships do you need to establish? Right? What type of thoughts do you need to choose intentionally? Isn't it beautiful that we can actually choose thoughts? Mental health experts and psychologists and those that study the emotional breakup and brain say that we think about 50,000 thoughts a day, and 90% of those thoughts are the same thoughts. 50,000 thoughts a day, 90% of those thoughts are the same thoughts. So that's 4,000 and some thoughts. 40 some thousand thoughts that are the same. Roughly 50,000 thoughts. 90% of those thoughts are the same thoughts. I want to focus on the 10%. That's not the same thought. What are those thoughts? I want to be intentional about what I think. I want to be intentional about what I say. I want to be intentional about what I believe. But you won't succeed because of where you are, what you are. You succeed because of who you're willing to become. And watch this. You will only determine, what did I just say? You will only determine what you will become when you determine what you're willing to walk away from. So I just wanted to take some time, friends, to jump on here and just really continue to preach and to teach and to share, to encourage and to motivate this message that 2023 can be remarkable. 2023 can be amazing. 2023 can be extraordinary for you if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to put the work in. I hope you're willing to do the work. I'm hoping you're willing to put the work in. Hey, this is Rich from Rich Wall Street Williams from the Motivate Podcast Show. The Motivate Podcast Show, we always say less, but we definitely believe for more. I'll see you. Let's go.